from the heart. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback. Now Heineke. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
David Johnson's play has forced us to talk about him as one of the premier running backs in the NFL. Good size, so he can run inside and break through some tackles. Also has excellent speed, so he can get to the perimeter, turn the corner, and make it into a big gain. But he also relies on the fact that he was a college wide receiver at one point, and they can utilize him both out of the backfield and in the slot back position in order to get downfield and catch the football.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
However you measure DeForest Buckner, 6'7", 6'8", it really doesn't matter. He looks like a basketball power forward, and the one thing that he always focuses on and concentrates on is leverage. How does he drop his pad level so he can get down there and compete with the blockers of the NFL?
He'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
Marquise Goodwin brings plenty of speed and jumping ability as befits an Olympic long jumper. He made the team in 2012, as you might remember. But what also he's looking for is an increased role as a wide receiver after leaving Buffalo.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Let's meet the starters on the defensive side of the football for Arizona.
And let's talk about Robert Kindici, their first-round pick out of Mississippi. I still remember him coming out of high school. An absolute terror, maybe the best high school prospect in the nation. People look to see if his motor is going to run high all the time because when it does, he is something else.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a 1st down.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe. While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
All right, here we go. Blue line it.
On play action, they'll throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now they try the right side here. He stiff arms him, and now running right through it. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know it was a gain, But you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Red zone opportunity. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go.
They'll go option to the short side. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. It's a close game here early on. We're back to Santa Clara after this. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. That one goes for 24 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. The pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
the gun. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. To throw now on 1st down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes they're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the court.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. To go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Is able to put it through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd down following the incompletion. They'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. He juked him. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And Nelson's got it here right side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Right side complete to Butler. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. The 49ers are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Cardinals just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Cardinals with the football late in the first. Johnson's got it off the left side here. He caps off the 7-play drive with the score. Cardinals go up by 4. 49ers with the ball early in the second. Goodwin's wide open, able to make the grab. And he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 37-yard line. 49ers have it later on the drive. He'll take the run up the middle, and he caps off the long drive with a touchdown. Cardinals with the ball midway through the second. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 42-yard line. Cardinals would later fumble away possession.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. The Cardinals on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now Heineke. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he missed a field goal earlier. here, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Second and 5, and on the outside they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves his sticks.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 319, 319.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down now after the pass completion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. This is caught, and across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Gold to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gold now out to kick it away. short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now back to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeForest Buckner bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this one's high, but not very far. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forgive the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Butler. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Boom, 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chandler Jones able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play action. They'll throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the offense lining up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, 49ers!
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll set up a throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing's going right offensively. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll look to throw again. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Niners, they'll finish the first.